And that's Kyle Williams calling it in. Williams shushing the crowd.
89 with Steve Smith Sr., James Palmer back with you. This is the one everybody's been waiting for, Steve. Everybody wanted to watch Kyle Williams. This guy can play, Steve.
Yeah.
Everybody's wanted us to break down the wide receiver from Washington State. You and I have been talking one-on-one about how much you like him, how excited you were to do this breakdown, and I would say your excitement is exactly the same as everybody I talk to across the league. It is, I love this kid. I love what he can bring to the table. I was given by one or two people, he is going to make one team just absolutely beside themselves when he shows up and what he can do starting in camp and what he brings to the table. So your initial take on Kyle Williams, I know you guys are from the same area, right?
Yeah, you're not too far.
So what's your take?
So I have two notes on Kyle Williams. The first one, smooth hands, good releases, attacks the ball like he's a dog. He's my number 2 or 3 wide receiver in this draft that I just actually love. Strong at the catch point. I really like the kid, explosive with the ball in his hands. The only thing is lacks detail in his route running. But I can tell you this about Kyle Williams because there are some things that are said about him that I do disagree with.
Okay, they are?
He's had some games where he had a lot of drops. He was distracted by some personal things going on. And I would expect in college, there's a lot of things that you come at you that you're just not prepared for. Mm-hmm. The other part, he's from Inglewood, California. He's around the way, talking to some folks. Good dude. He represents Cali, like Cali. He's an old school Cali dude, where you're gonna get what you're gonna get. Mm-hmm. You ain't gonna get no sugarcoating it. And if somebody in your room tries him, he's gonna let you know that don't try me. He's gonna take it into the parking lot. That's that old school way.
That's not always a bad thing.
Not everybody wants that. Not a lot of coaches wants that. Some of these coaches say they want some dogs, but not the ones that bark or bite.
I've always heard from coaches, it's like, man, I want that dog, but I also don't really want that. If I could just find a middle lane. Yeah. It's like, and I had a coach who chose with me the other day. He's like, we really talk out of both sides of our mouths. Like I tell you in this process, James, every time we're on the phone, man, he's got this, and this. He's a valedictorian. He's this, and it's like that's great. And then all the times, like, man, I wish he was more. I wish he's more of a dog in a sense.
Yeah.
It's like we want it both ways all the time. One thing I want to get into before we do film, Steve, is you mentioned the ball skills. And you mentioned that there have been some drops. Mm-hmm. The thing that I was given, and I thought this was interesting and it should be of note, in terms of the route running, in terms of the ball skills, it's been a work in progress. It's been a developmental thing. He played quarterback in high school.
And then he was used mostly like a running back.
Exactly.
At UNLV.
So the thing that teams have seen is, because of both things we just mentioned, you do see progress. You do see development, because this is year 5, I want to say, for him. So 5 years in school, I want to say.
Yep. 3 years at UNLV and then 2 years at Washington State.
So there's an aspect of that where, yes, these things are not refined. They're not perfect yet, but we have seen, like, we saw flashes early. Then the next year, maybe there were more flashes. You know what I mean? They've grown in that sense. In terms of the ball skills, in terms of the route running. I know universally everybody says they really like him coming off the line of scrimmage, which obviously is a big part of the league and sometimes hard to refine in the college game, but they really like him coming off the line of scrimmage. Some twitch to him, some explosiveness to him, kind of pops off the screen when you watch his film a little bit. There's a reason why they like him in terms of getting off a press, in and out of breaks is really good. Kind of heard a little bit of like a Darnell Mooney to him in a little bit sense. Somebody said, not sure, maybe, but they feel like the people that really like him, and this is the way I work. The area scouts that are in that region really like him, and to me that usually is a sign, if that's a consensus from the area guys, because they spend the most time.
They spend the most time. They're able to talk to all the coaches, all the people around the school who interact with the kids, so they get a real good sense.
Yeah, they got a lot of info.
Yeah, sometimes TMI info, right? A lot of people always ask me in the comments and say, man, who's the guy that reminds you of you? And a lot of times I say nobody.
Perfect answer. Move on.
And the reason I say he's nobody's because when I was playing, everybody was always talking about I'm not very good. So then now that I'm done now, it's like, oh man, who's the next you? Oh, okay. If I can go back in time and say who reminds me of who I would like to look like or be like, Kyle Williams. That's kid that reminds me of me. He reminds me of his demeanor. He's gonna punch you in the mouth. He's gonna look at you. So I really like this kid. I really like him. All right, let's get to the film. All right, up top. So remember I talked about a go route isn't a route?
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you why it's not a route. Yink. Look at this. Just outruns it. This is the thing about DBs that just irks me, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is an underthrown ball. Why are you getting up like you did something?
Because you got to convince yourself, Steve,
Yeah,
as a DB.
Man, I know.
Short memory, lie to yourself. That's what you do. You
That's
gotta do
exactly what you do. All right. This is what I love about him. Explosive. Watch this. Oh, what does he do, James? All right. Does he go this way, that way, or does he run around the house?
He gets downfield, Steve.
All righty. Watch this. Ying, ying.
Mm-hmm. Get forward. All right, this is my perfect opportunity. Run this back because this is a big talking point I wanted to make. I was talking to a couple of people about him and they were like, with this dude, just throw out 40 times.
Yes.
It is play speed.
Yes.
He's got great play speed. I don't care what, I had a team tell me, I don't care what his 40 is. I've watched him run away from enough people. Because there's some questions about his 40, right? I think you said that when we started this.
Yes, there is some questions. He was injured, so he actually ran the local day at UCLA.
He had a hamstring, I think, for his pro day.
Yep.
And so a couple of teams were like, Steve, I don't even care about the 40. Watch him track a ball, watch him run a route, and watch him run away from people. But what is that, Steve? I mean, do you remember? Wait, what was your 40 time?
I don't know. Somebody can look it up and somebody can find it. It's 4 or 5. The fastest I ever ran is 4.3 something. Because I started to train and learn how to get rid of wasted movement.
Mm-hmm.
So 4.39, Google.
Okay, Google. I'll trust Google. But my point with
I
that,
don't
Steve,
like
is
Google right now. We'll continue.
How many guys you played with or whatever where you're going like, maybe that doesn't look fast, Sunday rolls around.
Yeah, it's game speed. There is game speed, but now the 40 is such. Teams look at the 40s because they want to know what are they working with. That's really what it is.
That's a big part of the Matthew Golden evaluation, right? When he runs the 4.29, and a lot of teams say, I don't know if he plays like 4.29. Like, by the way, go watch the Matthew Golden breakdown that we had. I think it was great. But there's varying ways to look at this. And it looks like he plays faster than he would time. And teams love that.
I agree. I would love to see him use his hands, but he doesn't. Just all feet. Just a jab step. Look at this. He's down here at the bottom.
Yep.
Condensed formation. Got the wide technique. This guy's here. This guy's here. Bam.
The funny thing is, Steve, even before the snap, the DB tries to cheat a little more inside. And still,
Try.
It still didn't.
Look at him. He goes.
Takes another little, oop, there we go, and no.
But here's the thing, though. Watch what he does, how he's able to get him. His base is too wide. The corner, look, jab steps outside, then takes a false step as well. Bow, bow. Takes 2 false steps and then tries to hang on for dear life. You're in the wrong business, son. That's the bus business. If you're going to do that.
Man, he won that early, Steve.
Super early. Watch this. Wait. And I think the ball. Yeah, he did. He tipped the ball a little bit to DB, and he caught it. It was pretty good. Good concentration right there.
Steve, what does it mean when I'm sitting here looking at my notes? It says doesn't drop a lot of balls positive, not elite ball skills.
So here's why. Some of that has to do with the lack of detail. So I'm gonna show you. One of the things that I said is I would love to see him attack the football more with his hands.
Okay.
Watch. So on this play, which this is what we call Richard Williamson, God rest his soul. Richard Williamson was my wide receivers coach. He used to always say, don't open up the house. Don't open up the gate and stop running around the house. And see, so this is opening up the gate. He's going to go here and finish here, which gives the DB an opportunity to come underneath. So watch. See? He's supposed to be coming back. Oh, shenanigans. Oh, mother. I just cursed. He's supposed to come back down. Boom. So he opens up the gate.
Okay.
Which throws off the quarterback. Get a quarterback an opportunity. And so here's another example of opening up the gate. You see it? So it looks like the ball is thrown in the wrong spot, but it's not. If he comes back down, but instead he goes here. Instead, he should be coming back there. Watch. First, he shouldn't be getting out too wide. So I would like, he's going here. I would like him to go here, push off, come back there.
I get what you're saying. It's almost like he got himself wide.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now this play.
This episode of 89 is brought to you by Row. Listen up, people. It's spring, right? Everything is in bloom. So let's talk a little birds and bees, because everybody's a little frisky in the spring. And Row Sparks, well, they have you covered. If you're looking for a little boost, a little more fun for you and your partner, well, Row has it taken care of. Now, I'm no doctor, but you put it under your tongue, it dissolves, it lasts for up to 36 hours, so you can go back to back to back to back if you'd like. Now, Row connects you with a medical provider 100% online, so there's no awkward face-to-face interaction. And, you know, if you're approved, shipped directly to your door. So if prescribed, new sexual health patients will get $15 off Sparks on a reoccurring plan. So connect with the provider at row.co/89 to find out if a prescription for Row Sparks is for you. Be ready to play with Row Sparks.
Now this play. See, explosiveness. Ball in his hands, game speed. Choo.
He turns and gets upfield a lot.
All right, look at this play. Rocker step gives him the business.
Ooh.
Crosses him over a rope. That's so nice. So beautiful. Rocker step. Goes here. Boom, boom, boom. Goes inside. Corner ain't got change. Ridiculous.
Poor Lobos.
Two more. He's up at the top, right there. This is what I'm talking about with the hands. Just went through his hands. You know what I do like? This is impressive. Linebacker's looking this way because that's the strength. Well, look at the quarterback. He's looking at him and not looking all the way at the receiver, which holds holds the linebacker right here, and it holds this linebacker so they don't go immediately. See that? That's pretty good. That's impressive. That's what you're talking about, not telegraphing the route. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is what you talk about. Put your foot in the ground. Look, goes, running. Ah, look at that. Man, you talking about gathering? Watch this DB. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Keep counting.
Look at that. Oh, that's so impressive. Boom. Jab step. Gets there. 1, 2. Now he gets stuck a little bit. His which one? Inside his outside his inside foot gets stuck a little bit. Gets out of it. So I would love if he actually attacked the ball with his hands, then he might be able to scoot on out. But he didn't, so because he catches with his body, it pulls him this way. So
Do you see these as coachable, Steve? Correctable?
yeah, absolutely. Yep. Because some of that just has to do with his comfort. Like how you're more or less comfortable catching the football. When the football's in his hands, he's a fantastic football player. I like him. I would like him a lot. I would not give him my stamp of approval. I mean, for me, I think he's the newest version of 89 that's out there, behind Jamar Chase.
Behind Jamar Chase?
I mean, I'm just saying the guys that remind me of myself. Yeah, his skill set is explosive. It's dynamic with the football in his hand.
Yeah.
Well, his skill set is me. 89.
Skill set is put on 89 film, and there's the skill set right there. Get in the comments. Give your own comp to Kyle Williams. This is a guy, Steve, people think 3rd, 4th round, which would be a steal probably for a lot of people, but that's where some people slate him to go. We'll see if that's where he ends up going. The buzz is real, though. Teams are in love. The 2 things that I just want to say, the 2 comments that ended, it was, you see it on film, his play speed is dynamic. The other one is, you look at his tape and it's explosive as shit.
Yep.
Those were 2 different position coaches that just really, really love watching him play. It seems like he's going this way.
Yeah, he's ascending.
For sure. And so it was, everybody wanted to see this one. And hey, man, I think this breakdown exceeded what I thought. I mean, I didn't know we were going to get an 89 comp. I knew you liked them, but
man, I'm telling you,
I love it.
I mean, I've been saving this one because I watched this film. And I was like, it was like, you're heading off to like Bebe's kids. Small world.
Bebe's kids. We don't die.
Small world.
People are going to say I didn't see that either.